And we've got an intro this time. I have pulled out all the stops. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is. I'm Dead the Drunk, and we're here with another Minuteman Army settlement build video. And this time we're going to be going and checking on Sunshine Tidings co-op. Now I just want to say it's been quite a while since we've done one of these. Last time I tried to record this, it came out absolutely shit, so I'm trying a different way of doing it. Cargo boom, please. There we are, cargo boom. Right, a little disclaimer just before we get to Sunshine Tidings in the Brotherhood Fair to Bed. I do not use any mods with my settlement builds, but I do use Creation Club assets. Most notably on this one, you will notice the settlement ambush kit. That'll be the settlement walls as well as the settlement cameras, both of which I'll give you a quick look at as we go along. I will make sure to point it out. Now with the Minuteman Army build, what I'm doing, I'm colonising the Commonwealth one settlement at a time. All the settlements are going to be heavily fortified. We should just see it coming into view very, very shortly. This one, Sunshine Tidings Co-op, I have always, even before I started streaming and stuff like that, when I first played Fallout, it's always been a great place for a trading hub, in my opinion. It's well easy to defend. Let me get my words out. First day with a new mouth. Easy to defend on the hill because you've got the higher ground, plus it's easy to bang walls round, create choke points. Now a lot of the stuff I do, like walls and stuff like that, it's purely aesthetic. Enemies can spawn inside, although I have noticed a lot of the enemies do spawn outside this one, so it does create a good choke point. Yeah, actually has use for once. So it should just be rendering into view. And as you can see, all the walls around and a giant monstrosity in the centre, which we'll get to in a second. So as we're landing in front of the main entrance. You can see the walls, and we've also got the towers from the settlement ambush kit. One on the right with a guard in it, one on the left with a guard in it, 2 turrets, and CCTV, and we've got a little sign, STCO, Sunshine Tidings Co-op. Powered in neon. Looks a lot better in the light. Sorry, in the dark. It's a bit shit in the light. All our guards are uniformed up. Combat armour, dirty army fatigues, army helmets, bandana. They even have custom weapons that I make. It's basically sniper. If they're wearing heavier combat armour, they usually have a minigun. The one that was, well, a couple of notable exceptions, artillery gunners, which we'll see in a bit. And the security chief, who we'll also see in a bit. I have also created a little bit of diversity and added a Minuteman. We'll see them soon. Now in the centre we've got our farming area. Decent sized farm and a floating black Brahmin. That happens, just ignore that. That's Bethesda being Bethesda. Now this is why I always want this to be a trading post. We've got our trading post here, funnily enough. Plenty of space just to bang all the counters together. So every single merchant, I'm not going to list them, I'm sure you know them, we've got there, as well as a couple of the Vault Tech DLC merchants with facial reconstruction and a barber. Naturally uniformed them all up. Now we've got all these little shacks. To be honest, I've not done much with it. I've got rid of a little bit of loot, but I've left the clutter just to make it feel lived in. Maybe added a few beds for the settlers. Right, as you go around here, you'll see that I have actually put this settlement wall all the way around. Changed it up a little bit in places so it don't look too boring, but it goes all the way around. We'll come to the centre where we've got the shed. At the back we have our generator bank, just a load of generators in secure storage. And you might notice that this looks a bit longer. That is because I've extended it using warehouse assets from the Wasteland Workshop. We'll go inside. We've got all the typical benches that we'd use for crafting and building, as well as a scavenging station. Makes sense to have it there. How are you doing? Gold on the floor, never despawns, ignore that. And at the back, this was when I first started, I decided to just test out the Contraptions DLC with a quick armor forge, just to see how it goes. Right, so we put back outside over here. This was originally going to be a security office, but I wasn't too happy with how it turned out. I've basically fenced off that because there's a dead goal, and that's the slum for the farmers. I always put a slum in there, cheap accommodation, mainly because I'm lazy. Now we've got the massive monstrosity. That wasn't originally planned. I did have an artillery gun down yonder, but I thought I'd last minute change this up and build a monstrosity in the centre. We'll have a look in a second. We've got a bar around here, the Little Chef, because little chefs pop up everywhere. Little UK reference there. Little seating area outside, and a Little Chef in the Little Chef. We have our caravan point. This is added by one of the Creation Club. I can't remember which one. For some reason you're stood in the bath. That's not very hygienic for the Brahmin, and they all crowd together, and it creates an awful racket sometimes. But it's nice in theory. Right, in here we have the barracks, as well as a security desk where the chief is supposed to be. She's not there. She must be somewhere else. We have our camera system there. I'll probably go through that in a second with you. So we'll head up the stairs, just going round, and we have a Minuteman. And bear in mind, this is a Minuteman army, so yeah, you might see the odd Minuteman army uniform. Maybe they've been on patrol and they're just stopping by here. Who knows? I haven't decided yet. And then up here we've got our artillery gun in this heavily fortified bunker on top. And there's our chief decided to
just wanted to trade a few things.
Pop up here and have a look. And as you can see, clean army fatigues and a chief's signature weapon, the chief's shotgun pew. So it's basically a shotgun laser rifle, which is not going to do a lot of damage up there, but hey ho, is what it is. I tend to make them just at random, but we've got plenty of light in here. It does feel a bit gritty, but you know, war is gritty, and we are starting war now. Let's have a quick look at the cameras. We'll start off with Sunshine Tidings. So as we fade in, a little bit of a wait, and we'll see all the cameras. That's facing north along the shed. And then a transition, that looks like that's on the southern gate. That's the monstrosity. Bit of a pointless camera now. That's looking east. That's at the eastern gate. Looking north. And finally back to west. So it's pretty cool. The idea is that you can watch your settlers defend the settlement. So say you can't get back, you can watch and see how well they defend. Now we're just going to have a quick look at Jamaica Plains. I didn't add them to the Boston airport, which we've already done, because there's no settlers there. It is completely automated defence, and that's it. But we're going to have a quick look at Jamaica Plains. Now, by doing this, you are leaving this cell, so you will end up having to travel to a different cell. So there will be a load screen, and you'll hear all the sound as well. Technically, you do transfer, but you're invisible, I believe. So here we are, loading in, and we've got the entrance of the Jamaica Plains Minuteman headquarters. I only put it on the one building because it was a bit of a pain. That's just overlooking the farming area, sort of. They were a bit haphazard how I put them up. That's the medical bay on the ground floor. That's the entrance on the ground floor again. That's overlooking our artillery gunner on the first floor. You can hear the generators ticking away. That's just outside the entrance. Makes sense only to put at the only entrance. That's the actual entrance to the settlement, the only way in. theoretically. And we're back to the beginning. I didn't put many cameras in there. Getting wiring between floors is a bit of a pain, especially the way I did that, because I tried to do it different circuits, which is an absolute pain in the backside, but it is what it is. Obviously, we've got to endure another loading screen to come back, but that's just the limitations of the game and the Creation Club. It is still quite a very cool sort of feature. Right, so we'll head back outside. And for some reason, all the settlers have gone, the guards have gone. I can't hear any other settlers, there's no caravans. There's no one at the bar. What's going on here? Oh, there's a settler, a guard. Okay, yeah, because we decided to change the cell, it removed all these settlers, so the game don't lag, and then decided to spawn them all in that shed. So they were all having a party in there while we were checking the camera. Okay, as you do. Well, just head over to the southern gate. We've got a guard, he is halfway up. Sometimes that happens, they don't always walk all the way up. There's Cricket.
This place just has farmers! Shit. All they want are pipe pistols and stupid ammo. Or is the maniac slobbering for a mini nuke, am I right?
I absolutely love Cricket and her dialogue.
At least it's honest work.
But yeah, we've got that. We've got a couple of turrets outside and a couple of
Stick to the road.
guard towers, as well as the camera. Just hastily bolted onto that. I assume it's a silo. As you can see, we've got all the power being transmitted across, and our main camera bank is up there, a little bit haphazard. It was an absolute pain to actually mount. Basically taking some scaffolding from the is it the Contraptions DLC, or no, it's a Wasteland Workshop DLC, as well as a metal pole from the same DLC, usually for supporting buildings. Right, and that is pretty much it for Sunshine Tidings co-op. I do have a couple more settlements that are done and nearly done. I might have to lump a couple of them together. Hopefully I can get that done sooner rather than later. But we'll just see what happens. I have just started getting back into Fallout. I will probably be doing 1 or 2 base building streams. To catch me, you can find me on Twitch. I stream under Dead the Drunk. So I'll bang a link in the description below. I'll bang a link to all my social media, including Twitter and Instagram. I would appreciate it if you follow me on there. And I would also appreciate if you drop me a like and a quick subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification, just so you know when a new video is coming up. I don't post often, so it is very advisable to do that due to my busy schedule. Right, so I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any suggestions, please drop it in the comments. I will definitely read them, and I will see you next time. So thank you for watching.